because it is the only weapon that is fundamentally boosting your entire team. Like, there are two other weapons that can, buff your team, the hammers and repeaters. But for those, you need like special mods and specials. Like for repeaters, it'll be the Captain's Grip for a attack speed boost, or the Marksman Chamber for like a part damage, a specific parts damage boost. And for the hammer, it'll be like Mighty Landbreaker and stuff like that. But the Pike's the only one that fundamentally, wounds the behemoth and exposes it to greater damage from everyone in your team.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And apart from that, to maximize this advantage, usually what they do is they have their team members equip Savagery, which deals an extra 100% bonus damage on wounded parts. And for the Pike wielder, their main focus is to, open the wounds. So yeah, that's where the difference starts. Like for solo builds, if I'm hunting solo with a Pike, I need to do big damage to behemoths. I must equip Savagery for myself. But it's different in a team build. Like, whoops. I was putting together a build for Trials, or trying to, and this one's the one I came up with. So there's no Savagery, it's mainly a Berserker, Rage, Predator, Catalyst, all these high DPS based damage weapons. And there's like Acidic to expose the wounds faster. There's a modifier here, the Bard Spearhead, which is equipped to expose wounds faster. And I'm using a Wounding Tonic as well. But Trials is slightly different because it's like, outputting the max damage within the shortest amount of time and breaking as many parts as possible. So yeah, I'll talk about it a bit more later. But right now, okay, we talked about the advantages of Pikes already, but it also has its weaknesses. So for Pikes, it is quite, relatively stiff in terms of its gameplay. It's not like Strikers where you can just search through the behemoths and stuff. So it suffers in mobility in that regard as well. And for the attacks, I'll show you some at the training ground now.
Yeah, that heavy swinging animation's so long, isn't it?
Yeah.
Especially the last hit in that combo, because it lasts like 3 or 4 seconds.
You guys remember the boops that Super covered in his week regarding Pikes? Okay, so there are a few basic moves for booping. The first one will be just the heavy, which is this one. And it does consume stamina, so yeah, take note of that. Apart from this, actually, no, I'll show you booping later at the Ember main, so like, escalations. Okay, attacks. Piercing attacks is the normal light attack. A single one will look like that. And then the combo requires 4 hits plus 1 hold. So you hit 4 times, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you hold down. And it does that. So that's where your DPS comes from for the normal stabby attack. So to know is that the primary attack, this one, deals the melee wound damage for Pikes. Okay, then there's the secondary one, which is this, and it does more stagger damage than the primary one does. I don't think the primary one deals any stagger damage. That's how I start my combos usually. 1, 2, 3, 4. So you save it, and it allows you to get to a behemoth faster by consuming stamina. And then you also can like roll before doing either the light or the heavy. So both of them book behemoths, by the way. This will be the roll light. It kind of goes forward. And then the roll heavy is this one. So for the roll heavy, I find it really useful for like Koshai booping, because it comes from above. Yeah. And then I'll use like the roll light on Scraves or, others that come from the front. First of all, there are 3 Pike specials, same with all the other weapons except maybe repeaters. I'm not sure how repeaters work. Yeah, I don't think they have specials. Wait, they do, but it's kind of different. Yeah, it's kind of different. Okay, so Pike specials, 2 of them can boot, which is the Concussive Payload. I should equip it now and then show you a demo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Charge it up. So you see that meter that's filling on the top left? That's kind of your weapon meter. So what it does is it charges up meter to be converted into like ammo for your specials. So to convert, you just press the special ones, a tap, and then it becomes that glowing missile which you see right there. So the brighter it glows, the more potent it is and the effect will be better. But that means that you have to charge it up more. So if I charge it up halfway and then I tap, it will become dull. Like, yeah, it's not a good quality ammo.
Hmm.
So what the concussive does, this one, as described, it fires a missile that can interrupt behemoths. So how do you activate it? Same thing with a special button. You press and hold. Hold, and then it'll focus the aim. And when the scope kind of narrows down into a point, that's where the missile is most accurate, and you release it.
Do you have
So
a
as you can
special
see-
section planned for the God Hand?
The God Hand. Let's check it out. The God Hand has a fixed special, like it's
Mhm.
different from other pikes in that regard, and I don't like it as much. So
No, but once it was Uber. It was God.
yeah,
of
it
all
was broken
things.
at one point. Like you could do the beam infinitely without it
Yeah.
draining.
So broken.
Yeah. So it kind of like damages the parts and stuff. And I think if I'm not wrong, the damage stacks the longer you hold it.
Yeah, I think it
Yeah.
stacks for about 200.
Yeah. So that's the God Hand special right there. And as if you noticed just now, my second missile which I fired dealt more than twice the damage because of the ammo quality. Yeah. So make sure to charge out your specials properly. And then we try the other special now, which is the Reckless Leap. This one also can boot behemoths. So let me just do it.
But
What it
timing wise is a bit hard to aim, right? for
Yeah,
reckless
exactly.
leap.
Like in the midst of a fight, especially the behemoth moves around a lot. It is hard to use unless like the behemoth is, sometimes strike flies at you, and then you boop it, and then it'll like crash a distance away. Yeah, so that's how you use it. Or else for something like Shroud, if he's flying towards you, coming for the boop. So that's when you use it. So how you use it, you hold a special, and then it will kind of do this arc where you can aim with your Slayer. And then you release. Wait a second. Yeah, and it kind of launches you forward. Difference
What do you
between
hold
this
down?
one and the concussive is that concussive fires the missile forward. This one
Yeah.
you fire yourself launch yourself forwards rather. Yeah. And they do different kind of damages. So if I'm not wrong, concussive deals mainly stagger and part damage. And for this one, it can deal serious wounding damage as well.
On keyboard, is that the Q key?
The
Yes.
Q,
Yeah, the
Yes,
Q
it
key,
is.
the special key.
but
But
I reconfig my keyboard, so can't recommend you on that.
But I think one point to add is like reckless leap only attacks the behemoth when you land.
Yeah, it
so
does.
it's
So
not
not in
it's
there.
not middle way. It's not middle
So
way.
you have
Oh.
to really,
Yeah.
know your distance, and the
Mhm.
further you go, the greater the damage is done. So, yeah, that's why
Oh,
they call
really?
it reckless leap. It's
Yes.
kind of
The further away you are, the more damage.
yeah.
Yeah, distance longer distance makes the damage higher.
Mhm.
Wow.
It's not that easy to use. Hence, I usually don't use it. And if you watch people in trials, unless it's group trials, they usually use the concussive. cause it's like safer. Yeah,
Yeah, I mostly use concussive myself. I haven't actually used
Mhm.
it's not bad
recklessly.
for solos actually, but because of like the crit M's in Eskers, I will now talk about the third special, which I usually use until they nerfed it. So yeah, the third one is the Savage Wellspring. So what it does is it creates this ring that increases the chances of critical hits of players within it.
Team buff. Nice.
Yeah, it's really good for like team buffs. So same thing, you load it up, and same thing, the quality effects. And what this one doesn't book, so it's kind of a passive, not
Mm.
yeah, like you hold
Aura.
it does
AoE.
this.
Sort
And
of.
if you go near them,
Yeah, more
they're
aura
within the
than
ring, they'll
AoE.
start critting like
Hmm.
25% more, I think.
Mm.
I've seen
Yeah,
other people use
25%.
this, and I did wonder. So, that's good to know.
It
And
doesn't last
this
that
is
long though. So
very
It lasts
powerful
up
in
to-
trial.
I think it lasts up to 12 seconds.
yeah.
12 seconds.
Yeah,
But
so
very-
that would be
very-
the best. So 12 seconds would be like the best ammo quality.
No,
Yeah.
the length, the duration isn't affected by ammo quality, but the crit chance that it boosts does, yeah, is affected. So
Okay.
yeah.
Imperia, I have one question.
Wait a second. Could be the other way. Let me try it.
Sometimes I look at in some trials, especially those spike user, they
Hmm.
didn't charge the piercing attack until full bar to get the savage wellspring
Okay,
faster.
timing.
Time.
So,
Yeah, it's time.
It's
so
not the
yeah.
crit, it's the time.
Oh, it's not the
duration.
crit, it's the time. Ah, that's
Yeah.
why. So sometimes in trial they didn't max the bar.
Mm-hmm.
So instead they only charge, for example, let's say half, and then
Yeah.
they put out savage wellspring. So
Yeah.
probably that's the part of the strategy. But yes, now we know that
So
the bar doesn't affect the quality, right? But it more
Yeah,
Yeah,
it
not the
doesn't.
crit
It
chance,
affected
it's the
by time.
duration of the crit chance. Yep.
Yeah. So for trials, everything is very. It's quite complex. Like trials is how everything comes together. It's not about individually how well one person performs. So it depends on like the behemoth staggers, the state of things, like how many buffs are active at a point in time. So to not miss out on that, they might choose to, load their ammo early, say like that. And then they get the increased crit chance when the behemoth is down, so they get like maximum multiplicative damage off overpower and stuff. Yeah.
Mm.
And then do the combo again, and then
Yeah, and then do it again,
that
charge
sa-
it
and
up.
Yeah.
And
Yep,
when
yep,
the
yep.
behemoth is like there's a
Because
window,
otherwise,
they
if
can
you
like
do
yeah.
if you do that same combo twice, you're using too much of the combo, so you're overfilling that bar, and then that ammo would be wasted. So
Yes, exactly. And
for the duration
about
of the
filling,
crit chance.
about combos and chaining and stuff, there's another thing which Pike users should be really concerned about is the stamina.
Mm.
Yeah, so for the primary attack, the light attack rather, the only time it drains stamina is when you're holding down on the last hit. And it drains it here, and then it kind of recovers again. So the way it works, like I can chain it. And then
And
start
then a
another
couple
combo.
of lights.
You
Oh
notice?
no, it doesn't even.
Yeah,
It refills before you even get the chance to do the second.
exactly. So that's the good thing about the primary combo. And it also
Nice.
helps you because your primary job is to do the wounding, which is what the primary combo mainly does. So that's my favorite combo for pikes. Yeah. So I can like chain combos without stopping, and it wouldn't really have an impact on my stamina.
So there's just like a tick, so like a second in between the two combos that you wait for.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
refilling.
So how
And it
stamina
refills
works in
itself.
Dauntless is that there'll be a
Okay.
slight pause before it starts, recovering again. So
Yep.
let's say you have a mod like conditioning. It doesn't reduce the pause duration, but it kind of speeds it up, the recovery rate after the duration itself. Yeah. So you how to say to take advantage of this mechanism. It's natural to like the primary combo is a natural. It is like, you know, taking advantage of this fact. But for the secondary combo, the difference comes because every hit drains stamina.
Hmm.
And then you start another combo and it keeps draining. So it doesn't give enough of a window for the pause to be over and then the recovery to start for your stamina. Yeah, but what you can do is, not that I'll recommend it, you can like kind of do a mix
Mm.
and it doesn't go so bad on your stamina.
Especially when
But-
you're not against Chowg or something that stands still.
Yeah, but for that kind of play, it's a bit risky and you seldom get to carry out the whole combo, so your DPS will suffer. Yeah,
Mm.
it's not that recommended.
No.
What was it?
But at least you're not locked into that combat action.
Yeah, that's the thing.
How much ammo have you got lined up on your screen there? Is it like 3? Is that
Yeah,
that's
the
really good?
maximum is 3 for pikes. There's no
maximum is
there's
3.
no modifier that can extend it. Yeah.
Yeah. The God Hand, I'm pretty sure, only has 1.
So you tap Q to use up that first one that's glowing.
You tap
And
it to
load another
convert the meter into ammo, and then the hold uses whatever ammo that you have. Yeah.
Okay.
And the thing is, it will start using from the right to left. So let's say
Mm. So say you've got the
I have
second
a
one
really
only
weak
half
one now.
full.
Yeah.
Yep. You
It will-
have to
it will
use
use
that
that one
weak one first.
Oh,
Yeah.
I see, right.
So here, let's go through the
There we
mods
go.
now.
Cool.
Oh yeah, this one for balanced spearhead, the piercing and harvesting attacks. So it's what I showed you at the end, how it converts the stamina, how to conserve stamina without chaining heavies too often. Yeah, so that's how you use it. But it's only 3% each time it's alternated and it resets upon the combo end. So as you know, behemoths move around all the time. So chances are, even before it ends, you have to end it. So it's not worth it in a sense. Like you might at most gain 6% and then it will reset. So for Bard Spearhead, this one is really good for trials. Okay, like it's the best one for trials as a pipe user. That's your role. And okay, this one I'll leave it for later because it's important.
I like using
Munitions
that mod.
amplifier. This
I
one
like
was
that
the one
one.
you're talking about.
Yes.
So let's
Over
see.
time,
I
they
equipped it.
increase. Yep. So say your second ammo bullet thing is only half, but you go for the third. Over time, that second one will increase in its
Yeah,
Potency.
effectability, sort of.
it will kind of
Oh,
It's
what
more
was that
effective.
one called? What
Okay,
was that one
now it's
called
full.
again?
It's an amplifier.
It's a
Munitions amplifier.
munitions amplifier.
Ah.
So if you're not so great at filling that bar, then you just sort of use that one. But
Yeah, this
I
itself
see.
is a nice concept, but I'll get to it later
yeah, it's a
why it's not
bit
that
of a
useful.
waste.
Because the other mods are simply too good.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, lightweight half shaft. Let's see. It says the pike attack doesn't consume stamina, so let's try it out. Does it?
So the charge doesn't.
So when you
Consume
run
stamina.
away, it does not contain. It does not consume stamina. If you do not equip that mod, when you run away like this, your
Yep.
stamina will go down.
Definitely.
So what was it meant to not use up stamina?
Yeah, it's meant
Yes,
to not
lightweight
use the stamina.
shaft stops the stamina consumption.
So you can like run
Does that mean
around
it-
like an idiot.
You can
That's
just
fine.
keep running.
So I mean it's but you were losing stamina or you weren't?
No, it
I
wasn't.
When you're
wasn't.
running.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
When you're running.
So now let's say I'm equipped with the Executioner Spearhead now. So you can see the stamina going down rapidly.
Yeah.
So that's the difference. Okay, now for the Executioner mod. This one is the most important pike mod, apart from the Bard Spearhead. These two are, yeah, it's either this one or this one. So their differences is This one works really
Very
well with the current hunts in Dauntless, Executioner Spearhead,
Oh, that's the one. Yeah.
because of the lengthy hunts and stuff. Like it's all escalations or like endless
And you
hunting
can
grounds.
combine it with the potion.
Yeah,
Well,
it's
Because
like
you'd get 10 6%,
And
which is plus
savagery.
60% damage for.
Oh, that's the 60%. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
so
Yeah,
in
so
in
if
the
you-
endless hunting grounds or an escalation, you can easily get the max out of this.
Mhm.
And the thing is, it wouldn't deplete over time like the X. It wouldn't refresh itself. So it's like constant, permanent 60% damage unless you change your build or something. Yeah.
Okay. So how do you run it? Do you just
You just need to wound a part. That's all to gain like a permanent 6% damage. Wound another
Yeah.
part can be the same
Okay.
behemoth or another, and then it kind of like stacks itself.
most,
So
most behemoths usually have
oops.
5, 6 parts, I think. So
Yeah,
you
most
can usually
behemoths have
get 6
six.
Yeah, so you can usually get 6 charges off of it.
If I'm not wrong, Charok has like 10 parts.
Oh yeah,
What?
because of his
Trog's got 10 parts?
Yeah, Charok has 10. So
yeah,
he has his
Charok has
head,
10
and
because
then
he's
he
got
has
his
his
head,
Yeah.
tail,
and
his
the lava
legs,
thing,
and then
and
he's
then
got
the
the
leg, and the lava thing again, and then
What was the
It's like-
ice wall you just did?
It
That was
the
the legendary
Oscar-
ability.
Yeah, legendary ability. I accidentally used it. Never used it before.
Best, in my opinion. I'm not a huge fan of it.
It is so useful. Like it gives you a safe book, like guaranteed, and basically.
I've just never been able to use it effectively. I've always used it too close to the behemoth.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Imperia.
now I'll talk a bit about cells, I guess. Yeah.
When you do like the mod what is that, Barb Spearhead, the dodge piercing attack.
Yes. So it
If
gives
it's
you 8
success-
seconds after
Yeah.
of
if it's successful, do you have some icon on your top left corner, or
that
it
is
doesn't show
interesting. I
anything?
never noticed the icon before, but I think it does. Let's try it out.
Let's try. Yeah.
Yep.
Oh yeah. There's
Yeah.
icon there.
Executioner Spearhead, the buff will look exactly like the two the two dagger sword things I have on
Yeah.
right now.
Yeah, and that's
It's
just a
exactly the
simple
same.
damage buff.
Yeah, but there's a number that goes up as you continue. to
Oh
win.
yeah, and that'd be and that'd stack up to 10.
If you want, I can show
Yeah.
you like a lower escalator or something. Okay, now I talked about some cells and how you pair it with the specials and whatnot. So the best Trials Pike right now is the Penga Pike, cause an explosion can easily wound like 3 parts or more, and does huge damage in a short amount of time. So exactly, that's what Trials wants, like high DPS. Yeah, and the special will be the Bard Spearhead over the Executioner Spearhead, cause you won't be getting 10, and you won't have the time to build it up to 10 anyway, even if you could. You want to finish all the behemoth as fast as possible, and assuming you're hunting with a group, your job is to wound it, and then to do the damaging after. So equip it with Bard Spearhead. And some of the cells I've equipped here, I'm not sure if this is the best, but it's close to, I guess.
Yeah, I was actually wondering why you have some only plus, well, a lot of only +3s. I mean, I thought the idea was to get +6 pretty much in whatever skill you wanted to have in your
Yeah,
set.
for this one, you
So-
have to see like what it is you're going after and what advantages or disadvantages +3 have over +6. So Catalyst is definitely a +6 here, cause it boosts the tonic effectiveness and duration. Duration is not that important for group trials, but the effect. For Insight Tonic, I haven't boosted it in my skills tree, but if you boost it, I think it goes up to probably 100% or something. And that combined with the bonus effect from Catalyst will be huge. Yeah, it makes a huge difference. So for pikes, you'll usually use Frenzy Blitz for damage, speed, and wounding. Yeah.
Mhm.
And then Overpower is for when the behemoth goes down, it's easy to target parts and stuff, so you make the most out of those opportunities. Predator is important because for pikes, especially in trials, the most important period for you is at the start. Like right off the bat, your damage has to be there. you have to wound it as fast as possible. So Predator gives you like 35% damage at +6 if you don't get hit. So that's what you want. And then Rage, same. So both of these +6 is quite useful. As you can see, Predator gains like, is it 21%? Yeah, 21% increase from +3 to +6. So definitely go for that. And Rage as well, it gains like 13% from +3 to +6. But right now we go to something like Acidic. What it does is it converts part damage to wound damage. Be it +3 or +6, the amount is the same. And the +6 gives you +20% part damage, but for that one, you don't require it because that's the job of your team members to break the parts.
Hmm.
Your job is just to wound the parts and then like move to another part to wound again. Yeah.
So
Right,
plus
so you-
6
you
acidic would
definitely-
be better for solo.
Yeah. If you want to break the parts, in
Definitely
trials or
want-
something, yeah.
You definitely want some sort of discipline in there to lower the health so that you get the predator and the rage going off.
Yep. So for discipline,
Properly, but why weighted strikes?
oh, it's a given with the Penga Pike. Let's see. Yeah, you can't avoid it.
Right. Yeah. It's
But
yeah,
the Penga
goes
U
with
is
it.
so
Cool.
good that, even a
Mhm.
+3 weighted strikes is worth it.
Sure.
Yeah. And let's see, Berserker. Okay, about the part damage thing is, I'd say it's not good in trials. +6 acidic is good in, I don't know, if you're doing like part breaking masteries or trying to get a part break like Oscar's Tail, for example, as a solo pike user, I'll go for it.
Mhm.
Otherwise, base damage is usually more important. Yeah.
Yeah, probably when you do solo, like you just hit it until it's wounded, and then you just do your heavy attack, right? Over and over again
Oh
until
yes,
it breaks.
about that. Cause like for example, if you're equipped with oh no, haven't played for too long. If you equipped with savagery, like on this pike build, what you do is you wound, let's say, the hit. Oh, it's wounded now. So you do your thing. And then remember that the secondary attack does quite a lot of stagger damage. So that stagger damage with savagery becomes pretty impressive stagger damage actually.
Mm.
So that's what the solo pike players do as their shred. They wound the hit. And then after they wounded the hit, they'll try to stagger it. Yeah, and then once it's staggered, they can like target other parts or whatever.
Mm. Hey, Imperia, can I see your acidic again? As inside tonic again?
Whoops.
Inside
Okay.
tonic. Oh, 27%. So I upgraded mine to Hey, sorry. What's the effect? Sorry, Imperia.
It
Inside tonic?
increases the
12%.
wound damage by a certain amount of percentage for a certain amount of time.
Yours was 64, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, 64
64?
for 111 seconds. So
Oh.
it increases
That's why.
the
That's why I
duration
wonder
and-
why your inside tonic is so. Oh, probably because you put catalyst. So the effect is calculated based on catalyst as well.
No, it doesn't.
Is it?
Like
Because
no.
mine is only 50%, but I upgraded mine to tier 4 already, and it only says grants 50% increased wound damage dealt
Let's
for
see.
75
Oh wait, no.
seconds.
You're
See,
forgetting the pike reforgers.
Oh, my pike reforges is tier 3. What about yours?
Huh?
Tier. See, I think the catalyst effect is counted inside.
Okay, you're gonna test out. Let's remove catalyst right now.
Let's
This
check.
one.
Okay, I will
let's
put
just
catalyst as
change
well.
it to
I was
Concussive one.
just wondering like why your, because you said like
Wait a
yours is
second.
not right. Am I right
Yeah,
or wrong?
it's a new thing.
It dropped.
Yes.
Up
See?
by about 12%.
Holy, so they changed how
52
it
to
works.
64.
Wow.
Yeah.
So it
Cool.
calculates the catalyst bonus
Okay.
on top. Yeah, it calculates the bonus in that menu. Okay.
Yeah, that is way clearer than what it was before then.
Oh, that's good
Yeah.
to know.
Yeah. Cool. Okay, so there we have it. Anyone wants to see a demo, or is it good?
Of course.
Yeah.
No,
Some shit.
I
Go
haven't
on.
used a Pike in like so long. Okay, hang on. Let me see my notes.
It's up to you. You're running the show.
Locked into just any sort of combo, and it's
Yep.
kind of hard.
So wait till you recognize what the behemoth is doing first.
Yeah.
You just have to know
So-
what it's going to do.
For the secondary combo, you're pretty much dead. But for the primary combo, it only kind of locks you down at a hold. So if I try to dodge while holding, there's a slight lag here. But apart from that, it's pretty fast. Like it's just like breaking out of normal attacks. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Trade. So yeah, there's a part here which looks juicy. Wounded that, shift to another. Broke.
Oh yeah, it's updating to 3.
Yep.
Now it's updated to 5.
Charge another. Where is it? So now it's 6.
6, yeah. So 36% more damage. Wounding damage. Wounding damage.
So for M's, if I'm in a group, I usually choose Paragon's Blessing, especially with things like Chain Blades, but right now I'm solo, so I'll go for damage. Oh, these two behemoths are both like booping monsters, so let me figure out. Okay, I think depending on which comes first.
First.
Why is it not?
Bloody scrap.
Yeah,
You asked for it, Imperia.
sorry.
He came to you.
That's Shrike's Lantern, or is that the Wellspring?
Aha!
Oh, nice.
That's Wellspring. Strike's
Help.
Lantern, yeah, it's this one.
It's smaller.
Doesn't have
Smaller.
aspect of an effect. No!
It's
right.
smaller, and also you have those like gusts of air.
Come on.
Haha. Wait. Yes. No. Haha.
So it's sitting at 10 now.
Yeah, so that's as high as it'll go. So that's 60%.
But it'll stay 10 for the duration of the escalation.
Yep. And as you can see, like, once the part is wounded, it takes huge damage, so it dies really fast after that. So that's the good thing about Savagery.
Once
Ooh,
once something's wounded, it dies quickly.
Yeah,
Because
that
it does
because they
100% damage against the wounded parts.
wounded part. Yeah.
Oh,
increasing.
100%
Double
damage.
damage.
Yeah, exactly. So the strategy, the best one is to
Oh,
wound the head and go for
savagery.
it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's why in trial, like probably the Pike does not need savagery, but the other players they all equip savagery. Especially
Right.
those striker with Enderman Bolt. So once they bolt, it's like 100% damage more, and then they can break it easily. Especially like Carback trial.
Yeah.
So all
Yeah, and
equip
if that's-
savagery.
Yeah, and if that's 3 people with double damage, that's a lot.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
lot.
And the full combination for trial, I think, like should be a Pike and then hammer, and then the other two depends.
So
Probably
it covers
striker.
like
or
heartbreaks and
repeater.
staggers. Yeah.
Yes. And also the buff from hammer will give you another extra 20, 25. I forgot.
Yeah. So that's why you don't use Savagery on a Pike in trials, because you already have like 3 teammates breaking all the parts. You just need to focus on
Yes.
wounding them.
Wounding, yeah. Fast wounding.
Yeah, that's assuming that you have a platform like Discord or something where you could set up a team.
Are you running +3 acidic with this one as well?
Yep.
Or you are. So +3 acidic and +6
Nice
savagery.
dodge.
But I mean, like Pike is now very powerful in fresh escalation because you have the what is it, avatar,
Yep.
and every wound you get if you are the Pike, if you are the avatar holder, you get 4% damage buff. So if you get like 25 wounds, then you get like 100% damage more.
I hate Rifty
I
with
forgot
Pike.
Virulent. Bye bye.
Glad.
Strategy when you. I remember that being the best strategy when you couldn't boop him
Yeah.
during.
Yeah,
this.
unless you have
Yeah.
like concussive or something.
Reckless sleep, Imperia. You do reckless sleep
Who
from
uses regular
above.
sleep? Excuse you. Yeah, so that
No,
was
I
just
remember when that was like the worst attack because you just couldn't do anything about it once you started.
yeah.
And you're running Shrike's Lantern for the speed,
Strike's
is that right?
Lantern. I like the Strike's Lantern with the pike because you can like buff your team members as well. And the thing is the cells don't clash. Cause like with a lot of weapons, say you have the strikers. And
Yeah.
let's say you have like a +3 cell or something, then it's like
Yeah.
Cause for strikers, the most useful cells are like there's Chalice of course, but without potions, which I usually don't use, there's only Conduit and Attunement. And with the Strike's Lantern, you cannot like the whole ability, you have to wait until it refreshes before you can use it again. So even with Attunement, it charges it faster. You have to wait until it kind of ends before you can.
Yeah, so it's kind of pointless.
Yes, it's a pain. And with Conduit as well, it grants it for 10 seconds. But for the Strike's Lantern, you have to wait until 15 seconds before you can activate it again. Yeah. So for Pikes, it's different. It's like, of course, now there's the Cascade cell, but even with Cascade, you want to refresh it as much as possible to get more ops. So the useful ones, if you're not doing enough damage, Attunement will help. And it goes to the It kind of goes to the Strike's Lantern, like, yeah, if your charge isn't fast enough. If not, you can always use Energized. Then you gain your ammo meter faster, and then you can, convert it easier. Yeah. Like, some people don't enjoy the playstyle. As you saw just now, it's a bit rigid, like, in terms of direction and everything. Yeah. Cause for Strikers, you can search, you can, twist and turn and just beat the behemoth up from all directions. For Chainblades, you can, go into
You
the
just,
air,
bounce around
observe,
it.
pounce in when the situation is right, Even can like switch parts in mid-air. For the Pike, it's not possible. Yeah. The specials, 2 of them can boop. Without the specials, there are 3 booping moves. Activating the Savage Wellspring actually can deflect lightning orbs that are coming at you.
Really?
Yep.
Really?
What?
Because I guess
Sorry?
it does have that little AoE burst.
Okay, let me go to the hunting grounds. Training grounds rather.
Oh, that's very useful for Night Saga then.
Yeah, exactly.
What
I
those?
found
It
this out
deflects
while I was
balls?
pretending to be a noob.
Does it?
Or
Does it
or even Nether Trial because the modifier is those electric balls, right?
Really?
Yeah.
That's a
Savage
lot of
Wellspring
trials.
deflects. Savage Wellspring deflects those balls.
Yeah, when it's
Yeah,
doing the
because
spinning
if you-
thing.
Really?
Because if you watch, there's a little animation where it's sort of like an attack.
I think it's secret there. Yeah. Because it's my favorite. And then you hold it, and then you should do a spin. Yep. So while it's doing that, it deflects lightning orbs.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
That's so handy.
Just a small nugget.
Especially against Stormy, because it's hard. Well, Stormy, I think you can baseball bat deflect it with a
Stormy
heavy
is.
hit.
I prefer hitting it, cause like
Yeah.
it's a bit risky. Like the balls are fast, especially with Temper Spawn.
Yeah, Stormclaw, it just like shoots them straight towards you, and there's not much of an indication, so it'd be hard to time. Whereas
mean,
with
you could
Nezaga, you've got
practice.
a long. Yeah, but with Nezaga, you've got like a really long sound, so you can tell
Yeah.
when, and they just travel slower in general.
I intended to try it out. It's not that slow actually to activate. Well, you guys can try it out when you want. Yeah. that's it for
Mm.
me.
Oh, thanks very much, Imperia.
Mm.
Really,
Thank
really
you very
appreciate it.
much.
That was a really good session. Thank you.
Yay! I'm glad I could
Thank
be here.
you, Imperia. Thank you.
Thanks, Imperia.
Welcome, welcome.
And I also want to thank everyone else who joined. So it makes it really good if a lot of the guys join to listen in. You know,
Yeah.
it's
I
good to
hope-
see everyone here.
I hope like more people get to enjoy more weapons apart from what they usually play.
Oh, I
Yeah.
tell you what, I've really learned a lot today. So thank you, Imperia.
Yeah,
I
on my
can't wait to try things out.
on
Same.
my second